Hey everybody, I am on my way to do an eviction. Get out! It's not a fun thing to do, but it's part of the deal, and I thought I'd walk you through the process. It's really not hard. There's a lot of reasons and ways that tenants that want to make it difficult can make it difficult, but if you follow the rules and you plan to have to do evictions with every tenant, it's not that bad. It's just a process and some time. And so here we go. Isn't downtown Noblesville, the square, just beautiful? The courthouse. So real quick here, tip. The trick to a good, clean eviction is your paperwork. Making sure you have a good signed lease, making sure you've been clear about your notifications, emails, nothing verbal, nothing that's loosey-goosey. So that's your tip. Okay, that was painless, but we're fine. So next we go before a judge, and I'm going to tell you about that. Wow, that might be the most secure place on the planet, which is fine. I guess I want that. All right, so we have filed for an eviction. And the next step is they give you an option to self-serve or to have a sheriff serve their eviction summons, notice, whatever it's called. And I always choose the sheriff one because it's kind of a point where you want a third party engaged, and everyone handles an eviction letter differently. And so, I mean, I've done it, and I don't mind telling someone they're evicted, but this is official and it gets it nice and clean. All right, so I'm walking around here in Noblesville around the square because I say always take the long way or take a different way so you see something. And check out this bridge covering over the White River, which I think is awesome. I can't believe it took me 20 plus years of living or 20 years of living in Hamilton County or in Indiana, and I didn't know about the White River. So what's wrong with me? Shame on me. But anyways, so we are filed. They're going to do the eviction notice, and the tenant has the option at that point to either just move out and be done, or we have to force them out at some point. So it gives them the hearing date, and we go in front of the judge, and the judge here's our cases. So I'm going to tell them this person hasn't paid rent since this date. This person did this, has violated their lease, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure the landlord or the judge has heard it all. My story's not that great and exciting. And then they'll hear the tenant's case. Drink that in. And at that point, they'll make a decision or judgment, I guess it is, and say the tenant has to be out by this date, assuming I'm in the right, and the tenant has to get out, and the tenant owes this much money, and how can we resolve this? But my ultimate goal is to get the person out of the space. My ultimate goal is to get it cleaned up and back to market and leased again as soon as possible. I would rather a tenant move out than and let me start over. A lot better than them just paying all the rent necessarily. So that's one of those things that you go back and forth on. Hopefully that helps. Ooh, one little bonus tip. So let's say the tenant who we've had a relationship up until they stopped paying rent and the eviction and blah, blah, blah. We've worked together on things and gone back and forth. Let's say the tenant gets served and they feel really bad, or they get excited and they offer a settlement of sorts. Maybe I'll move out by this date if you won't evict me, or I will pay this much, give me till this date, blah, 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 whatever it is. That's fine. But it all needs to be in writing and very clear. I would have it in emails. I would have it from their emails, signed off by them, as much record as possible, so that when they do not satisfy that, and you got to go back to the judge and get this stuff done, you have good record and they believe you. It's not just your word against them, you mean landlord. So that's my one tip. See ya.